by Simone. Okay guys, we are back today with another fantastic creation here at Creations by Simone. Now this one is going to be a little different. A few weeks ago was National Donuts Day. Me and my daughter went by to get some donuts, and when we were in the line, she said, "Mommy, do you think you'd be able to create a donut pillow?" And I thought that was such a fantastic idea. So I went out and got all the materials that I needed to complete this project. And today guys, I am ready to go. So if you like my video guys, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Also, if you like the channel, subscribe guys. That way when things come out, you'll be the first to know, because I have so many great ideas that I want to come out with. We have the fall season coming up, we have Christmas season, and I just want to share all my fantastic ideas with you. All right guys, well, as you always know, glue gun is heating up and I am ready to go. And as I always say, let's do it. All right guys, I'm ready to start our new project. Let me go ahead and introduce you to the items that we're going to use for our donut pillow. First, we're going to need our felt material. I got this from Walmart, guys. I got a white, a pink, and an aqua looking color. I have our material quarters that I purchased from Walmart as well. We have pink for the icing and we have brown for the bottom portion of the donut. We have our adhesive spray that we're going to spray on top of our donut, because I have these cute little sprinkles that I found just to give the donut more of a realistic look, I guess you could say. And I have my pillow. Now, I always get a pillow. I get this from Walmart, about $2.50. I use the stuffing out of it, and to me, it's just much more economical. We need our scissors, of course. We need a pen. And last but not least, I have a laundry basket. Now, don't freak out on me. This is actually going to be used because I needed a, I guess you could say a template. I needed to make a big round circle, and I found this in my house, and I said, you know what, this is really going to work. All right, guys, well, we have all our items here to make our donut pillow. I'm really excited about this. I know this is going to turn out really, really well. All right, guys, well, let's do this. Okay guys, what I have here is the fabric quarters that I purchased already pre-cut. What I'm going to do now is we have to cut the template out for the donut pillow itself. So as you can see, I have two of these, but first we're going to just go ahead and do the first one. Now what I'm doing is I'm just placing my laundry basket on top of the material. I'm going to take my pen and I'm just going to draw a big circle, should I say trace a big circle on this material, and then I'll cut it out. So let me just go ahead and do that, and from there you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Alright guys, I have traced my circle. It came out really well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my second piece of material. I'm going to open it up here. And once I open it up, I am going to place the top material, the one that I actually traced the circle on. I'm going to place that on top of my second piece of material. Now make sure you have this lined up well. These quarters are the same size, so you don't have to worry about that. Just make sure that they're lined up properly. All right, so now that they're lined up properly, what I'm going to do is I am going to cut the circle out that I traced. And that way I can just kill two birds in one stone. Instead of retracing the second one and chance it by being off, we'll just go ahead and do it this way. All right, well, let me go ahead and fast forward this. We're going to cut. Perfect guys, it came out absolutely perfect. Both materials are cut to the exact, and everything's right on point. Now what I'm going to do is I have to put a hole in the middle of the material. I had this flower pot around my house and I thought this would be a perfect match, so I'm just going to set that in the center, and then I am going to trace my circle, and that will give us our donut look. Okay, now you can make any type of templates that you want. I just had these items laying around the house and I used them, but if you want to make a template, like if you plan on making this pillow more than once, you might want to make a template that might be a little easier for you. Now we're going to cut our circle. that's in the middle of our material. But the best way to do that, guys, is to fold it. It makes it much easier. So once you fold the material, and then you just go ahead and you will cut where you traced your circle. And as you can see, look how easy this is. You're not fumbling. If I had actually left it open, it would have been really hard to cut because I would have been trying to reach in the center, and then that way our materials would have got off and just everything would have just turned out like crazy. So it's best to fold the material and then cut along the line that you traced. All right, let me open this up, and voila, look at that. Our donut is coming to form, guys. All right, well, let's go to our next step. Moving on to the next step, guys. What we're going to do next is we're going to hot glue our pillow together. Now, what I'm going to do is take our glue here. Now, make sure you stay on the outer edges. Don't go too far in with your glue. You want to stay as close as you can to the edge. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, I have glued the complete donut, and as you can see, I left just a little opening because this is actually where we're going to have to put our stuffing. So don't glue it completely, leave a little part open. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this inside out, because remember, we still do have to glue the center part of the donut in the material, but we couldn't do that because we wouldn't have been able to turn it on the correct side if we had did it before then. So what we're going to do now is we're going to just turn this inside out, and as you can see, this is how the pillow is going to be shaped. But now I have to actually glue the center portion, which is the donut hole part. So, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stick my fingers all through this and push it as far as I can, just to give it that uniformity look. Okay, and you see I'm just pushing straight through, and now you can see it's completely molded. I guess you could say formed. Now I did have a little piece here that I missed, but that's no worries. All I have to do is just go back, add a little glue, and that'll go ahead and take care of that. But all right, guys, in the meantime, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to glue our center part of the donut. All right, and basically we're just going to do the same thing. Just put glue on the outer edge. Don't put it too far in. Just put it on the very edge, press down, and then we'll finish. Okay, I have finished gluing the outer portion and the inner portion of the donut. I also repaired the little piece that I had that I missed when I was going on the outer part of it, so that's repaired. And as you can see, everything looks really good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the pink fabric, and this is going to be our icing that's going to go on top of the donut. What I'm going to do though, before I cut this out, I'm actually going to run a quick iron over the donut and the pink material. It just looks really crinkly to me, so let me go ahead and do that. Guys, this looks much better. I'm glad I did that. I mean, it would have been okay, but it just was so many lines in it. And I still didn't get all the lines out completely, but it does look a little better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the same exact thing when I did the brown material. I'm going to take my basket. I'm going to place it on top of my material. I'm going to trace out a circle, and then I am going to cut it. Also, I'm going to do the center as well. We're going to cut the hole in the middle. So when I come back, I'll have all of this completed. Okay, guys, I have finished the second portion of the donut, which is the icing. Now, on the video, I fast forwarded, but I did the round part first. I cut the round part out, and then we went to the center and we cut that out. From there, I folded it in half and I emulated icing dripping. So basically, I just took my scissors and I just went around, maybe in circles, no special form, just to simulate the icing. You know, normally when you have a donut and you have icing, the icing is sort of like dripping down. So that's what I tried to emulate. All right, so now I'm going to lay this on top of the brown material, and we were going to make sure the circle, the center parts align together. And we'll just move that around, and as you can see, it did. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to hot glue this on to our top portion of our donut. All right, and just what we're going to do is just go around at the very end of the material and glue. All right, guys, let's do this. Everything's looking great, guys. Okay, let me just show you how it turned out. So far, so good. And as you remember, we still have this little opening here, that this is the area where we're going to actually stuff the pillow, as you can see. But we're not going to do that to the end. I just want to make sure that you don't forget not to glue that by mistake. Now we're going to go on to our next step, which is adding our candy toppings onto the donut. Now I got these little beads, but I don't know if I'm going to use these yet. We're just going to play that by ear, but I do know that I'm going to use the felt materials for little candy droppings on top of the donut. So let me just go ahead and show you. I'm just going to cut a small piece out here, and basically this is just a straight line, not too long. We're trying to emulate candy on top of the donut, or not candy, should I say, sprinkles on top of the donuts. So we don't want it too long, we don't want it too short, but we do want to make sure that it's cut, I guess you can say, just cut straight. And this one is not cut straight, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it is. I'll take a little bit off. I don't want it too thick. You don't want it to look too crazy. You want to try to make it look as realistic as possible. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and just straighten this up just a little bit. All right, so almost finished here, and there we go. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're just going to lay this directly on top of the donut. No specific order, no specific way. We're going to have different colors. See how I laid that on there? Okay, I'm actually going to cut a few more just so you can get a visual of it. I'm going to cut 5 per felt, and we're going to cut 5 green ones, 5 white ones, and 5 pink ones. But let me go ahead and just cut this one just so you'll just get an idea of what I'm talking about here. So basically the same way, we're just going to cut a little rectangle part here and just lay it anywhere. You don't have to have anything lined up specifically in a certain place. Okay, guys, so what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cut 5 aqua, 5 white, and 5 pink. And then when we come back, I'll show you how we'll arrange these on top of the donut, and then we will hot glue them. All right, guys, let's get this thing started. Guys, for time purposes, I've already added the sprinkles on top of the donut. As you can see, I cut them out and I have laid them on top. Now what I'm getting ready to do is go ahead and super glue them. All right, guys, well, let me get my glue gun here and we will go ahead and super glue the sprinkles to the icing of the donut. sprinkles are hot glued. Now what we're going to do, guys, I'm going to just show you this first, see how that turned out. And so far, so good. All right, now we're going to go ahead and add a little sparkle to our donut. And I got this really cute glitter from Michael's. It's sort of like a crystal looking glazy sparkle, so that's why I decided to go with this. All right, and of course we're going to use our Mod Podge. I put a little bit into a paper cup plate, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paintbrush and I am going to just paint a little of the Mod Podge over the icing, as you can see. And now with Mod Podge, it does dry, so you don't have to worry about it looking like showing the gluey look. So you don't have to worry about that, but still just put a thin layer on. So what I'm doing now is I'm just brushing over the pink icing part. I put my Mod Podge. Now I am going to add a little bit of my glitter, my icing glitter here, to give it a little sparkle, to make it look more realistic. And pour a lot on, you guys, because at the end you're gonna like shake it off. So pour a lot on because you do want it a lot to stick to the fabric, because at the end when you shake it off, a lot will come off. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward. I'm gonna take my paintbrush. Once again, I'm gonna go over all the icing with the Mod Podge, and I'm gonna sprinkle my glitter icing over the pink icing. All right, guys, let's go. Okay, guys, I have added the glitter, as you can see, and it looks really glittery, but like I told you, we always pour a lot on because once we start shaking it off, the majority of it will come off. So now, as you can see, I'm shaking, and look at all that glitter on the table. You see all of that came off. So don't worry about putting too much because the majority of it will fall off, and it still will have a realistic look as well. All right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to get all this glitter cleared up here so we can go ahead and start our next process. I'll go ahead and push that aside. I just wanted to show you all the glitter that's going to actually come off once we shake it down completely. All right, guys, now let me show you this part. Remember from the very beginning, we did have a opening, and we still have the opening here, and this is where we are going to add our stuffing from our pillow. So let's go ahead and start that process. Let's get ready to stuff the pillow now, guys. All right, so once again, my pillow from Walmart. I always use this because it's just totally ridiculous to go buy the stuffing from Joann's or Michael's. It's really expensive. You can get a $2 pillow and you will be good to go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just open this up, and as we always do, we get some scissors and we will cut this open. Cut that completely open. And you know, you can't beat that. $2, I think $2.50 for all this stuffing is really a good bargain. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and stuff, guys. I'm gonna fast forward. Here we go. All right, guys, we have finished the pillow. Let's get ready for the setup. Let's do this. We have made it to the end of another beautiful creation here at Creations by Simone. The donut pillow came out absolutely beautiful, guys, and my daughter loved it. It fit right into the decor of the pillows that she already had in her room. It blended very well, and she's happy and I'm happy. This was so easy to make, guys. It was simple as 1, 2, 3, and you can make all different types of pillows. This was just one that I created, but the list goes on and on with your imagination. Well, once again, I just want to thank you for all the love and support that you continue to share with me. If you love the pillow, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I have so many things coming out that I want to share with you. Well, once again, thank you for stopping by, and until I see you again, bye.